as we sail down the Costa Brava for Barcelona. When we arrive, we're set on a wild goose chase to remain legally in Europe, and there is revolution in the air.
I'll say that he needs to go out of here.
The coastline of Costa Brava looks quite spectacular. I imagine that it's in sharp contrast to the further south Costa Blanca, which looks to be, at least by reputation, mostly just big white sandy beaches and apartment blocks. I think I prefer this rugged coastline a lot more.
I could cope with a few more sandy beaches though.
Me too. There is a lot and a lot and a lot of bamboo and sticks and just junk in here. I think it might be from the rain yesterday. It probably went down the streets. Maybe there's a bamboo forest.
I'm just looking out for any logs that might cause us damage. It reminds me of when the tsunami hit Fukushima, and from all the damage it did, it also washed out a lot of telegraph poles as well as trees into the Pacific. And for the year following, yachts were dodging these bits of debris all over the Pacific. I don't think any got any major damage, but yeah, a few did get hit. Well, we can see Barcelona on the horizon. Elle's in bed last night with the thunderstorms. It took it out on both of us. So I had to sleep earlier, now it's her turn. So we're about an hour out from Barcelona.
Finally the wind's picked up a bit again. We're on the outskirts of Barcelona. About half an hour away. So we've got a little bit of sailing to go before we bring the sails down and go into the marina.
One thing between us and the marina is there's a pedestrian footbridge, and so we're going to have to wait for it to open. Now we think it's on the hour, and on the half hour it was hard to discern when we were talking over the VHF, but I think we may have just missed it, so we're going to have to do a few donuts and then go through.
all these interesting boats around us.
Yeah, that's a very big catch. No, it's not a catch. It's the thing with one mast to the other.
Okay, here we go. Well, we made it in. Wind pushed us around a bit, but all good. It's a beautiful spot, but it's probably the least private marina we've ever been in, considering that we've got a pedestrian bridge right across from us. I've seen some yacht clubs, a lot of yachts. The Cruising Yacht Club of Australia comes to mind, the one that manages the Sydney to Hobart race. But the Real Maritime Yacht Club in Barcelona, now this has got a lot of yachts.
Today we're on an unusual mission. Australians have 90 days out of 180 in Schengen countries, so most of Europe, most of EU countries. We knew we were close, but Phil and I actually sat down yesterday when we finally settled into Barcelona Marina and worked out we are just a bit over the 90 days, and we have the option of going to a police station, National Police, which is what we're about to do, to apply for a Spanish in-country, basically like a visa. We don't formally need a visa, but this allows us that extension in Schengen countries. So, fingers crossed.
Turns out we couldn't get our extension at the Police Nacional, so they've directed us to basically the far north of Barcelona to a government agency, so we can get an extension there. I hope this doesn't turn into a wild goose chase.
So that was the right place we were at, but no luck so far. They said we need to provide a heap of info to them. Of course it's all in Spanish, so thank goodness for Google Translate. And we need to email them and request an appointment. We have no idea, neither do they, how long that will take. So yeah, we're just kind of in limbo at the moment, and Aiden and I may have to come back to Barcelona depending on when that appointment is. We don't know yet when it will be. Meanwhile, we're going to figure out how to provide these documents to them, so we don't have a plane ticket or something like that to prove that we're going to leave Spain. So what we do have is that we booked into the Ark race across the Atlantic. So it's one of the things that we'll provide, and that's our job today. We are at the Sagrada Familia Cathedral, designed by Spanish architect Gaudi, and I've seen it a couple of times. I can never decide whether I think it's beautiful and a stroke of genius, or just pretty tacky and Disney-esque. I'll decide once we're there, and inside is very beautiful, so we'll show you a bit of that too.
But I don't know what it looks like. I was only born in 2008.
Let's go have a look.
Is this the queue?
No, it's sold out.
Oh, out. Okay, so I guess we're here tomorrow. this particular bridge has personal significance for me. It was here about 10 years ago that I told my former boss that I'm thinking of taking a year off and going sailing around the world. He was reasonably quite positive about that.
A special box has arrived. It's a 360 camera.
Yes, we thought we'd provide our patrons with a special thank you for supporting us. We've bought a 360 camera, a Garmin, which should provide fantastic footage in some of us sailing in some of the most spectacular locations around the world. So we're going to provide little highlights as we sail around the world.
We are really excited to be able to bring you this footage, which is as close to the real experience of sailing as you can get.
Ta-da! Times a trillion minutes. And it's waterproof, right?
Yep.
We're going to the Sagrada Familia and the park.
Oh, we're back. We're better prepared this time. We've got tickets.
Look up.
Considering how long it's taken to get this far, I've actually done a remarkable job since I was last here in 2009. The whole altar wasn't there. There was scaffolding all the way through here, and you can still see concrete dust on the floor from all the works. It's quite amazing actually the contrast to what it was like almost 10 years ago. Inside it looks like it's almost finished.
But outside is a totally different story. They've done a few of the towers that Gaudi had imagined, but there's at least 3 other massive towers, one to Jesus Christ, one to Virgin Mary, can't remember the others, but there's a picture of it. And on that, when they're encouraging you to buy a ticket to come in, it says, help us make Gaudi's dream come true by 2026. Yeah. Inside, as Phil said, looks amazing. A few days ago when we crossed the border from France, I said we're in Spain. Well, it's another way of looking at it. We're not in Spain, we're in Catalonia. And this area, Barcelona and quite a large area around, voted to become a separate country back in 2006, I think. And of course Spain said, oh no, you don't. But it's been going on for hundreds of years. They consider themselves a separate country.
So we've sorted out provisioning this morning, we've sorted out the communications with the 4G card this morning, and we're now filling up on fuel. Now comes the easy part, sailing overnight to Mallorca.
Farewell, Barcelona. Are you a bit cozier? Yeah? Better?
Big wave. If you like this video, please click like below and subscribe to follow our adventures.